Welcome to Battlefield Appalachia, Rural PA Dems Division. I'm Jillian,
I'm Lindsay still.
and we're here to talk about the myths and realities of living and organizing in rural Pennsylvania to give you all the tea on why it's more progressive than you think. And today, we're gonna do like a rapid fire episode because we're gonna be doing some recording this weekend as well, which you can actually watch live. Um, so get into
Let's hope
that.
those hotspots are going.
Let's hope those hotspots are going. Where will it be live? Not 100% sure. If you subscribe to our YouTube and then we have 50 subscribers, we can go live there. Otherwise, probably Facebook, but we'll see. Um,
Ooh, we could just damn, if we weren't doing 20 other things this week.
20,000 things.
Oh, okay though.
20,000 things. We're gonna be a Dem stock. So if you haven't gotten your Dem stock tickets yet and you want to go, you should, because it's gonna be a good time.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So let's kick it off with a segment that Dan has called the ambush, where Dan puts a list of things in the agenda and we're ambushed with it. I love that though. Honestly, not having to think of things is my favorite
So,
thing.
I have some fellow people that do something similar to the ambush,
Hmm.
but it's not exactly, but it is similar, like a rapid fire, whatever. But like, we should have rules for an ambush, and we should do it
Oh, okay.
like 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 more frequently for sure, because
Yeah.
like what if like we haven't already had like a fully formed out opinion, and then we can like
Yeah.
kind of use some conjecture instead of 100% deets, because we frankly might not know them, and
Yeah.
then we can hypothesize together, or like be on opposite sides of something, like without having any knowledge of it, and just like make that shit up and be like, well, if this is true, then this is what we think would happen.
I love that. I love that. Um, yeah,
It's like the game role in it, you know?
here we
I love it.
go.
I love this ambush. I love this.
I like it because that is how we live our lives every day. The information is just fully ambushing us from every corner, all over the
It appears
place.
1,000 times more planned than it is.
Yeah. So first off, primaries last week. DSA wins again with Abdul Al Sayed in Michigan. This is going to sound sexist, and I don't care.
It's hot.
I don't ever want to hear that lady talk again. I
I
have already forgotten her name. Nobody remind
Haley.
me.
Oh,
Shit.
okay.
It's okay. Haley, something or other. I don't want to hear her talk ever again.
It is my understanding it is a deeply Michigan everyone accent.
I just don't
And,
believe that.
they must be, and I do believe that they're 60% plus more wholesome than we are.
I mean,
Like
to be
in
fair,
Michigan, generally.
a lot of states are more wholesome than we are.
I know. I know. I tell people that all the time, and they don't understand. But I'm like,
They
whatever.
don't
Like,
believe it, but it's like,
no.
no, like if you were the center of the political universe, you too would not be very wholesome.
Yes, yeah. So
Uh,
so it's hard for us to buy it. I think like it's hard for Pennsylvania and even New Yorkers to like buy into it.
yeah. Dan
But
said that people were comparing the way she talked to Chris Farley in a van down by the river.
that
Um,
makes me like it more, because I hate it. It's fingernails on a chalkboard for me. And
yeah.
but
Uh,
he's hot and well spoken, so I'm sorry, but on just like the gist of all things,
how
I
about
I would already preset give him like a 6.5 out of 10. Like I'm fine. Like, but can we just talk about the more mean he is? It's like I have like a teenage lady boner, because I
well, no,
love his shittiness.
Wait, who are we talking about El Sayed now or
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Sorry, I
here's a
tangent.
funny thing. I actually saw a video on TikTok where a woman from New York said that Abdul El Sayed is the Wario to Mom Donnie's Mario
That's
because
that.
the
That's
people in New York are
good.
mean. And
Yeah.
so they need somebody to bang them over the head with niceness. And the people in Michigan are nice. And so they need somebody who's got some edge. That's Wario.
Well, I appreciate the edge because my personal
I mean, that's your
speech
whole
is,
brand.
I know, and but like he actually is probably like again, I say this to people all of the time. These the
Mm,
people that seem like they're mean, even in politics, like are actually to me, I think nicer than I am. I at times can hold my speech
yeah.
back
Hmm.
where they can't, but real facts.
Yeah.
Like I'm the
No, that's
goddamn
very
devil.
true. I actually like with exceptions, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously. There are people in politics who seem nice, genuinely are nice. Malcolm Kenyatta, hard to find a more delightful human. Difficult,
And eloquent all of the time.
constantly.
And can we
And
chat?
he loves Bob's Burgers, so you know, I'm I'm a stand forever. Um, but yeah, so Syed, Abdullah Syed in Michigan. Did you see the commercial with his grandparents?
Yes. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
that's the only like heartwarming like I can pretend to like a lot of ads
Yes.
and be like that's fine. But like that
Hmm.
one, I was like that because it's just enough making fun of himself and just being
Yeah,
derisive.
right.
And I'm like, I
It's
love
very
that.
self-deprecating. I really enjoy it. And I think like I love how like in the joke his grandparents are.
It's also a
And
little bit of an aftertaste of a fuck you.
it is. It
And I'm
is.
like, there's me, like a more polished
Hmm.
me
Yeah.
would give everybody like a slightly wholesome edge with like an aftertaste of fuck you.
Hmm.
And I love that. And
Hmm.
that's the best ad I've seen in years.
I love it. My next favorite thing about him is the gag going around now. You may have seen videos on TikTok. People on Fox News can't stop calling him hot.
I love that for them.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, no, absolutely not.
He's an
Absolutely not.
attractive
So, thank
man.
God for his wife having his shit, I'm certain, on lockdown forever.
I
Because
mean, they
I
seem like they have a genuinely fantastic relationship.
I caught an interview and they he was talking with fellow um um people of Arabic descent,
Mhm,
and they were discussing like the amount of how they are they have what's called mean mothers or mean
mm,
wives
yeah.
and like abjectly like aggressively powerful mean women
Mm,
that just like run the shit like behind all the things, but because of
yeah.
the culture, are not,
Well,
or for preference, just are not like out there.
yeah.
And they had a term for it, and I absolutely would butcher the shit out of the term, but they were talking about how like both, I believe both his mother, Abdul's mother, and his stepmother,
Mhm,
both those women, and his wife is definitely like in the ballpark,
mm.
but maybe just to
Yeah,
him.
it's my understanding a culture that enjoys the chancla. I don't know what the Arabic word for chancla is. That is for if you don't know, that's like a flip-flop, right? Um,
Mhm.
look it up, you'll get it. Um,
Mm,
but
mm, mm.
that's really great. And I think,
Why just
uh,
airing our kinks, Jillian? Jesus.
I know. And there's a lot, so of course there was a lot of punditry, like, well, oh my goodness, like I can't believe that these people voted for this, but these people over there voted for something. Yeah, no, they're different places. Different places will vote for different people. It just like that's who won the primary. Move on with your lives. Now, I will say that I have, for the most part, seen Democrats pretty immediately just unify around him and go like,
Yes.
okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah. And
Um, which
can some
thank
of
you.
them, but can some of them though, like right before something is going to be a semi, like, okay, this was not an obvious win for many,
No,
many reasons, but
right.
the main reason, I mean, I'm sure that there was a lack of polling, even though people tried to poll it. Like, this is a weird election part
Yeah,
thing, and it's the month that it's in, like, the coverage is bad, but also because it's so fucking late. Honestly, they
yeah.
can all states stop doing this fucking shit, but that's beside the
Can
point.
strongly pro national primary day over here. I just want to say that.
Even though the rules committee did make alterations, and now we've got like 1.5 billion states that are early and they're a week apart and whatever.
Yeah,
And
like what if we just all had our same had the primary on the same day? What if that,
it would cost
you
less, it
know?
would cost less money, and people would
It
have to put up with
really
that.
would. And we wouldn't
Look,
have to there are primaries tonight. Uh
I love it.
Minnesota and
That
Wisconsin.
was- Wisconsin's interesting, but
Yeah.
so I have a question before we get there though, because this is
Mm,
like relevant to that.
yeah.
So some Dems are and a lot of these candidates are like, I'm not, and I've never been a DSA member. I'm like, bitch, I'm pretty sure I am. Like, let's talk about my active subscriptions, where I assume that if I pay dues or I donate to an
Yeah.
organization on a monthly basis, I am a member of it. So
Yeah.
to be honest, I am a member, like ex-Republican Lindsay is a member of all of the above. And I am certain
Yeah.
that this does not get me to like decide what their strategy is, like,
No,
or
certainly not.
like who their candidates are or anything. What it does is if I have candidates that want their endorsement, it gets somebody to return my fucking email. And I
Yeah,
have
I
the money to
mean,
spend on 5, $10 a month. So I'm gonna do all of the above
hmm
just so I'm on their fucking mailing list. So I know when their
yeah.
shit turns. So how is that? Like, would that make you an actual member? It wouldn't make you an endorsed candidate, unless you
Yeah,
submitted
I
for
don't know.
it.
I mean,
So,
presumably, like,
because isn't like half of our membership, and isn't Malcolm himself like also he is a vice chair
yeah.
of like the Dems, and he does working family party all the time
hmm
stuff.
Yeah.
So you like so like Carvel, like I loved your post the other day about Carvel, like, shut the fuck up. Because it's like parties,
Yeah.
affiliated organizations that nominate candidates for the
hmm
parties.
Yeah.
These are not the same thing. And Working
Right.
Family Party only is one in what, Philadelphia as the
Yeah,
minority
Working
party.
Families Party in Pennsylvania is only really a party in Philadelphia. And like by the
Yes.
way, they still have to play by the same rules as any other minor party even in
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
And so like they don't get like the advantages of being one of the two major parties. And like I'm not even gonna have that discussion because like I don't even
Mhm.
care at this point. But like, in the
But essentially,
meantime, right? Like essentially in order for them to run anywhere, their candidates will run as Democrats unless they're in Philadelphia, in which case they're running as Working Families Party. Fine. Whatever.
right. And that's just at the city level. Like then anything
Yeah.
above that is, higher level, they're
hmm
obviously not going to do that. So
Right.
so the misunderstanding, like, why is it everything comes down to voter education for us? Like we end up just instead of
Every
we
single
sound like we're
thing
having opinions,
is
but we're
voter
not.
education. Yeah.
We're literally just telling people how it actually is, and it
They're just
pisses me off
telling,
because I'm like,
just saying it.
we get opinions sometimes because I don't feel like these are opinions. I feel like we're just saying the facts.
Most of the time we say facts, yeah. Yeah, so it's all very it's a fun time.
I mean,
So, next up, Ro
Eight
Khanna
primaries
was in
today.
your town. 8 primaries after today. The Delaware's primary is on September 15th. What
Y'all
is
need to
the
stop.
point?
When do your mail-in ballots come out then? Like who gets to like
This
who gets
this is merely an argument for Pennsylvania annexing Delaware. If you're not going to have
John
your
has
elections at real times,
John has a great argument for that too.
I yeah.
John
Well,
Michael
he'll
Scott
be at
said,
Demstock with us. Maybe he can tell us about it.
I mean, he will. He'll if he can find a damn donkey to stand on top of, because like when we were in Penn State, he stood on top of the Nittany Lion and like made everyone play Ding Dong Ditch with him, and that was amazing. Um,
That's amazing.
but yeah, no, he says that they stole our beachfront property and that the state of Pennsylvania deserves beachfront, and it makes absolutely no sense that Delaware exists. And I was like, so we can keep the number 50. We can make DC a state and we can just take Delaware back, and then like or like actually like I don't know. Maybe we'd have to like do something else. It's not like back because they were there here for first. Ew, I don't
I
know.
am personally a fan of annexing both Delaware and New Jersey. Um, I think we
Sorry, I
should have
lost it.
all the beachfront property.
Sorry, I lost you there for a second. But yes, we should have all the beachfront
Hmm.
property. I do like New Orleans though,
I
so
mean,
we get.
Pennsylvanians go to the Jersey Shore enough, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Uh-huh.
Um, Now I know that a lot of Pennsylvanians also go to Florida. I don't want that. It's also right, it's not next to us, so we can't. But even if it were, I wouldn't.
I feel
Um,
like it's mainly like the assholes like that are
yeah,
going still to Florida, and now they're realizing like to insure and home own is impossible.
yeah. It's rough when your whole state is about to be swallowed by the ocean.
Yeah, yeah, and like
Mm.
everything other than that is data centers and big prisons.
Yeah,
Hmm.
real. So hey, Ro Khanna came to your town.
Yes. Yes,
How was
he did.
that?
That was awesome. That came upon a little bit of magic of
Hmm.
them just getting back to me and then them having an opening in their schedule and me being somewhat helpful and word spammy when I guess no one else was giving being a good communicator.
Yeah.
And they caught me like in a point where I was responding and I was probably highly agitated, but I like overshared, but with a plethora of information. And they're
Mm.
like, well, can like what's a good idea? Like they said like there's an opening in logistics and we're scheduled for Erie at this time. And I was like, they're like, do you know of anything that we could do or somewhere where we should go before that? And I said, you're going to drive through me twice.
Yeah.
I was like, I can, lucky for me, my city council, I know how it works because we run the city.
Hmm. Woohoo.
And I know how the permit works and I ran and got the app and did a flurry of emails to get my rider for my insurance like printed out and threw down some cash and reserved it up and filled out the PDF and dropped it off and made sure it was available first. And now we are inheriting another event because of it. Because we had
Mm.
like I expected and I was ballparking because like people for that people did not like use the mobilize very much other than to like
Mm.
look
Yeah.
at to know they were to go.
Yeah.
Like the number of people that responded was not like compared to like there was like so I guessed and I was like 100 to 125 will show up and it was closer to two and
Mm.
that was great and then
Nice.
yeah and it was a lot of our candidates were there so and our electeds were there because it was so perfectly right at the end of the day.
Mm.
4:30. So like people that were already in town because they had to work, they were on their way home, or they could come in real quick. It wasn't like a weird time. It didn't take up a ton of. It was like and it was a shitty day all day, and then sun broke. It was beautiful. And he took time, did a selfie, shook the hands of everybody, and now like John Michael Scott is 10 times more mad that we haven't been to DC yet, but now he's invited to somebody's office. So
Ooh.
little,
Love
little
that.
man, yeah, he's like, you've got to come see my office, and so
Oh, that's
if
so
Justin
nice.
Wagner wins and we all go down for his swearing in, then we'll make sure to stop in Rose
Well,
office.
there you go.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, no, and he,
He ran it like a town hall.
well, yeah, and then, but then he also, I didn't know this was gonna happen. He stopped in Center County, and spoke at Mount Nittany Medical Center where in that moment, the nurses were still on strike.
Yep. Yes. And they knew that the strike was going to go kind of all day,
Hmm.
but like when they had a cancellation early, like their whole
Yeah.
schedule shifted. So like chairs like
Hmm.
that can like organizing, fun fact.
Yeah, if you're a Democratic county chair and there is a union on strike in your county, you should be there.
And if you're not there, you should be so tuned into people visiting our state more generally that this is going to something that they're gonna contact their team
Yeah.
should be contacting you, and that like
Yeah.
or somebody should like at the state party hunt you down and say like they're going to try to make moves to come in like whoever knows because not everybody knows everything because obviously like they're not
No.
everybody else um but like for Rokana they found me because I got really pissy, frustrated after it wasn't their fault that the weather was terrible, but it
Yeah.
was like a really big blizzard in January.
Hmm.
And I had emailed and I kind of got that feeling like their emails, like wherever this is going, isn't going. So I have backward hunted their mobilized, and they actually scrummed their whole mobilized list of people who had sent a message and just looked at those and they saw like I was like, hey, like give me more like some notice that you're coming because
Hmm.
I only need like 2 days ahead of time that time too. They were going to be in
Yeah.
Erie, and I was like, I could be of help. I don't know if I
Yeah.
will be, but I could be generally, and I'd like to know so I can get people to attend in Erie,
Yeah.
um, because no one knew. And like 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior to the event, like the political director, I believe she's the political director and the deputy campaign manager, um, emailed me directly, and she's like, "Oh my God, are you still like?" I'm like, "I am," because
I'm
that was
still.
like I am still, and also, uh, yes, we that I'm on good terms with her. Still me, because
Love
January
it.
we reorganized, and yes, still
Hmm.
chair. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then I was just like helpful
Hmm.
and responsive,
Yeah.
and when you're helpful
The
and responsive,
key is to be helpful and responsive.
mhm,
That's the bar. The bar,
mhm,
it's in hell.
mhm.
It's not hard to, you just walk right over it.
But also, to be fair, you and I have how many Google accounts attached to our email attached to our phones?
So many. We have so many
So if somebody's sending me some shit and it's like a spammy or spam-ish,
accounts. Hmm.
you know, we
Yeah.
aren't because the Google filter sets for us.
Oh,
So
I
like
will miss
we
it. I will miss it.
I will
Yeah.
miss it. Like it'll go to my junk and I'm
Um,
like,
yeah.
not not like actual.
No, but like, which is why I just like I give my cell phone number to so many people.
Yep.
Because I'm
Yeah.
just like, and I'm like, yeah, you can always give my number to a person in politics that wants to ask a question or anything. Because if you text me or call me, I'm like, but yeah,
Yeah.
the
And then
email
like
is
we're gonna have so
difficult
much.
sometimes if I don't know it's coming.
Yeah, and we're gonna have so much art. Like I have so much arthritis. I'm still like for 42 I'm still fertile, and like so I get like bad PMS,
Yeah.
and it like just makes my whole thumbs, I wish that they were cut off with spoons because
Oh,
like the just the perpetualness of holding the phone.
yeah,
But that's why I
I
talk to
feel that.
text all the
Yeah, no, I feel that. And I will probably get arthritis because I did discover that like if you get like numbness, um, that's like a precursor.
time.
Um, but I was like, ah, well, I mean, going to happen. I will say this, um, perimenopause is dumb and I don't like it. It is a hell that I don't wish on anyone because this week I had cramps for 2 days. No bleeding, Lindsay, just cramps, just horrible cramps. And
So it's
when the
like pushing
cramps,
out. It's like pushing out air, but it's not even air because it's not pushing out
but then
anything. It's
I
just.
did get some bleeding yesterday, and I was like, what the? And then,
Mm.
but here's the thing: cramps, hot flash, hit at the same time. That should be illegal.
That's rude.
That's so rude. That's
I will
so
get.
rude.
I will
I'm like
get.
laying on the couch with a heating pad on my stomach and an ice pack on the back of my neck.
So funny story at my day job
Now
today.
the viewers are getting the ambush dances. Yes,
Good,
correct.
because guess what? We have like very few male supervisors where I work, and I will not
Mm-hmm.
name drop where I work because none of your
Mm.
fucking business because you guys fucking make
Yeah, yeah,
trouble for me.
yeah.
Thanks. Um, and it's not hard that hard to find anyway. But anyways, one of the male supervisors people actually I don't, is he a supervisor? Technically, I don't think so. Anyway, I was walking through and he was leaving and I don't see him. He works in another building and I overheard him say to like one of the other program specialists, like, well, like, and she's like, huh, well, menopause is hitting them. They're confused, whatever. And he's like, well, what is what is menopause?
Reverse
And
puberty.
and I do this. I'm like, because we are in like a quasi not quite medical field. And I'm like, and also she's like, she is like a very religious person. So I was like, how's
Mm,
she going to answer this? Like, is she going to?
I'm intrigued.
Because I'm always
Mm,
intrigued because I'm a rip the
yeah.
band-aid off. I have a very male caseload, and
Mm-hmm.
I am a very independent, but do what they want. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do what I want. Caseload. Mm.
Mm.
But I was like, how's she gonna respond? Like intrigued, and she goes, it's what happens when the body no longer has kids and there's no eggs dropping from the uterus, and then the body reacts very very badly because it's used to doing it its whole life. And I was like, you summed it up. No longer fertile.
That's
That's it.
roughly correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and like she was like flat out like drop it to like baseline. She kind of was like semi-hostile with the response, but like for her, but I like enjoyed it because I was like entirely factually correct. Like baseline, somebody that like she goes because it doesn't happen at one time, it's a process. And I'm like, there it is. Also, because like, when you're about to run out of eggs, it takes a while to actually run out, and one of your fucking ones will run out first. Aside
Mm-hmm.
will run out first
Yeah.
because
It's real messed up.
it's not like you're born with them perfectly matched, and it's
No.
egg drop, egg drop, egg drop, egg drop, and
Yeah.
they're supposed to alternate. They don't always either.
It's real jacked, folks. And to all my ladies out there, if you're going through the perimenopause, I'm sorry. I feel you. I'm right there with you.
And
Uh,
also, we're gonna keep making those GLP-1 meds cheaper, but like, why not making those hormone supplements bitch cheaper? Even though I feel bad for the hormones, I feel
I
bad
mean,
for the
listen,
hormones.
I could do a whole episode on how fucking useless the healthcare system is when you are a
Mhm.
woman in really just like when you're a woman, but like also when you're a woman who's hitting perimenopause because like the overwhelming majority of doctors, even OBGYNs, have
Mhm.
so little training on perimenopause
Mhm.
and menopause. They just don't know. And so
No, so
like
like, are we cutting it out?
I've just literally stopped even bothering. And I like my doctor, but like she's younger than me. She's not quite there yet. She's in her 30s. Um, and I'm just like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just continue to go insane. It's cool.
I called
Um,
myself a sociopath in a text message today, so it's fine.
nice.
It was a group
You know,
message too.
yeah.
And you know what
To
Dan
get
said?
back, yeah,
He was in the
huh?
group message.
Oh,
Dan, can you chime in? I'll give him a second because it's funny. He is he still here?
what? I mean, he's on.
Yeah. So Dan, real quick, when I introduced myself in the text, the group text for the chair, but also resident sociopath, how did you also introduce yourself?
I said I'm the secretary of the sociopath.
I choked, like screamed at Bruce because I tripped on him, like gagging on
Yeah,
a mushroom in the yard, and also like cried laughing at the same time because I'm like, was not expecting it.
I love it.
That's
And now you've all heard Dan, so you know he's real.
yes, he does exist.
We're not making him up. He is real.
And
Um,
that's self-proclaimed sociopath.
yeah.
Not
Uh,
necessarily accurate, but it I feel
eh,
close enough sometimes. You know,
there
it's
you go.
fine.
Next up, Demstock this weekend. As we mentioned, Demstock this weekend. Listen, so here's why you should go to Demstock. A number of reasons. So you can, it's 2 days, Friday, Saturday. You can go one day or the other day. You can go both days. If you go both days, you can like, you just camp out. Like you can bring like a tent or whatever. Um,
Or stay
and,
in my RV, but my RV is not as big this time, but it is
and
big enough.
I've already claimed a spot in the RV. So,
Huge on
um,
my restaurant, and like I've got probably like room for like two more people as long as they pass muster.
yeah, you gotta
So no
pass
no
muster.
cookies.
Not no randos. But so there's gonna be a candidate talent show on Friday night. Very hype.
Terrifying.
Caleb McCoy
Oh,
coming
he's
up on
gonna win.
Friday. He's gonna sing a song, and he's
If he's entered,
so
he's
good.
won already.
Damn, he's so good.
If he entered, he won already.
I know. He's amazing. Um, so
What is
very
the
excited about that.
genre?
Hmm?
What type of music does he sing?
Like sort of like folky, rocky stuff.
So like late 80s.
I don't know, man. I mean, the one time that I saw him perform in person was at one of his own events, and he did 16 tons. I think I have a video of it somewhere. I'll send it to you. It
Oh,
was outstanding. I
well,
was like, I was recording it, and then I was just like, I'm standing there like, what the fuck? What? It's like, what is happening right
look, some people when they have like the outgoing gene, like some of us are
now? Hmm.
trained out of the like
Yeah,
internal sensor,
yeah,
but some people just don't have the ability, and they just are like a like show pony from like they're the favorite, and they are just really good at the things, and people love them. And man, that jolly fucking ginger is one of them.
yes.
Met him in person, and he's absolutely. I'm like, there's an unfairness of likability to this fucking tall ass
It's
ginger. And I'm
it's
used to tall ass
almost
ginger.
No, it's almost uncool how likable he is, to be
Yep.
very fair. I have
Yeah.
occasionally been like, I'm like so angry at how
It's like,
likable you are. It's impossible to be angry with you.
and,
Um,
and life has not dogged him down.
no.
Like, but like he's done a whole bunch of really fucking hard shit, and he's done work in a really hard field, and he's
Yeah.
still like the guy that people like. And I'm like, ah, man, I missed that humanizing day where we were all 3 and 4 years old. Like, I didn't go, like, the only day I ever missed was that day,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
Because oh man, Kevin missed all of those days for sure. Because
Yeah.
he's like the sarcastic, mean version of that.
Hmm.
Because
Well,
they're
and
both
there's
tall
so
genders.
in addition to the talent show, there are gonna
Mhm.
be like some little cute, some like little seminars,
Memorable.
Fairness, Pennsylvania. teaching you how to be not just an ally, but an advocate in rural Pennsylvania for LGBTQ folks.
Yep.
Um, Carmina Taylor, Black Mayor's going to be talking.
Jamie Kinder. City of Meadville will be there, not Borough.
That's
City.
right, Jamie Kender, City of Meadville. We love it. Speakers at the dinner on Saturday going to be well, Eugene De Pasquale, our delightful state party chair, Austin Davis, Ray Bilger, Justin Wagner, and I feel like there's one more that I'm missing.
The keynote's Dwayne, isn't it?
Oh, Dwan Walker, Dwan Walker.
Yep.
I love Dwan Walker.
That's
Love
the,
him.
that's the one thing that
Um,
I saw. Like I'm loving the fact that
Mayor of
they're giving
Aliquippa from my home county,
yes,
Beaver County.
and
That's
that's
where I'm
one
from.
of the things that like I'm always big on is like seeing the mayors get like a minute, especially our
Hmm.
good mayors like that are
Yeah.
great speakers and have done some stuff. Um, and I feel bad because I have gone on some rant laden texts where people just like see me in person, they go, and then they apologize, and I'm like, oh, I need to be nicer. But
Yeah.
it's probably like five people that we're going to see at Demstock, but some of them I'm not going to apologize to, nor am I going to
Yeah.
be apologetic.
Yeah. I see here the Crawford County Fair is coming up August 22nd and the
The
29th.
the arguably largest art agricultural fair in the state. So
That's pretty amazing.
when we fist fight over who gets to be called a state fair,
Mm,
we don't call ourselves the state fair, but by rights, we probably should.
yeah,
So fuck with me,
that's right.
Pittsburgh Post Gazette and
Mm,
the comment section. Like, try me.
there you go.
But yeah, it's
And listen,
huge.
if
It's
you're in Crawford
huge.
County and you're a Democrat and you want to like volunteer, you should reach out to the Crawford County Dems.
And right in the midst of that, we're also
Hmm.
going to have Allegheny College move in. The front
Ooh.
always coinciding with the fucking fair, which is going to also coincide with the fact that we, Crawford Dems, inherited an event um, because of our grow up, show up and our lovely city's ability to host events. So Thursday, mid fair, we are going to have a um, is it voice? It is a freedom concert.
Mm,
And Justin Wagner himself, my congressional candidate, will be playing, and it is hosted by him. And it is
nice.
also welcome back Gators, kind of welcome back all of the people who go to our fair. And it's right in the
Yeah.
middle of our diamond, and it's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. And apparently, we're going to just have a big ass concert.
Hmm. I
And
love
the
that.
congressional candidate will be doing it. And so if anybody wants to like also pre-show, play,
Hmm.
volunteer,
Yeah.
donate to the event, um, we are doing it kind of together. Yes, the same exact same park that Rokana spoke. It is right next to my office, and everything is right downtown. There is
Hmm.
dedicated parking, and then if people want to do stuff, donate. If even small businesses wanted to like bring
Hmm.
their food stuff, like more the merrier. And it's all happening at the same time right after Demstock. Just,
Kabow.
just
Bam, bam, bam.
this is where people don't understand what a sprint to the end is.
It is a real friggin' sprint, like really, really, really.
The most upsetting
Um,
thing in water. There's this time where I wished I was still in the military, where I was a
hmm
combat lifesaver medic, and you'd have to always like practice hitting a vein to give people like saline locks.
Yeah,
And I used to do myself, uh,
yeah.
with an assist, a supervisory, like where does the IV go so that I didn't have to drink water when I was in a desert? I'm like, can somebody
Mm.
just like hook me up to a line so I don't have to drink water so I can just keep going? Because I'm going
Real?
to have a kidney infection at the end of this every
Yeah.
time. Every
Yeah.
November, they're like, "Why are you up spiking a fever?" I'm like, "I have a kidney infection because I didn't drink
Mm,
water."
mm.
That's every.
Uh, Next, Dan hits us with what is the role of PA Dems county committees, specifically the chair? People don't seem to understand, so clear the air. Um, so listen, here's the thing. And this is how I explain it to people. So, like, you start with the DNC. That's the thing that people know. That's the Democratic National Committee. Um, as opposed to the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, that happens once every 4 years. The DNC, the committee, exists all the time. Um, and they're the top of the pyramid. Underneath them are the 50 state committees and the committees of the various territories. And underneath each state committee are their county committees. Now, um, it is not the same in every state. So when we speak, we are speaking about Pennsylvania. I don't care about any other state. You can quote me on that. I don't. Um,
And you can quote Pennsylvanian Democrats, Pate,
you can quote
frankly,
Pennsylvania
since
Democrats on that. We don't care.
about
Uh,
anybody else.
don't care. Um,
No.
yeah, like you do it your way. That's fine. That's cool. We're doing our thing.
Yeah, the center of our world literally is more like, and not because of who is running it, but because it is the historical ascent
Yeah,
of like democracy and where it started and where it's been fought for the
yeah,
most, the hardest. And then we bring braggers rights to it, especially
to
since we're still a
everything.
battleground, to
We're
everything. We
absolute
bring
monsters.
we
Yeah.
we are rough motherfuckers.
So, uh, every county, for the most, I think at this point, I think every county, but
We
so
got every
and
county. We
not
got every.
every county has always had. Sometimes there just like aren't people willing to do it, right? But like for the most part, every county has a Democratic county committee, and the committees are elected by the Democrats of the county every 4 years during a gubernatorial year. So that's this year. We had new committees, right? And the committee reorganizes. You elect your chair and all that jazz. Um, and so like the way that you would think about it, right, is so the DNC cares about national elections, the states care about state elections, and the counties care about all the local elections. And which is not to say that the state and national parties don't care about local elections, although they should care more, because that's how you build a bench. Um, but and I will say also for Pennsylvania, we've gotten much better at that. Um,
Yeah. We do have elections every 6 months, so it took us
right.
much too long to get on board with the whole organizing all the time thing because most states don't actually have elections every 6 months. Ours does, and we were still like, fuck
Yeah.
it, for a while.
Right. And so the county parties, right? Like in a year like this year, when we're electing the governor, we have congressional elections, or in a presidential year, right? We have coordinated campaigns, um, where, we get organizers that come in and, we're all sort of like, there's a lot more resources involved. During odd numbered years,
We're alone. We
we're
ride
alone,
or
and the
die.
counties are managing, the county Democratic Party is managing whatever's going on.
Whatever's going on. Primary,
Yeah,
fist fights, people that are sitting, mayors that lost their primaries but are still sitting mayors that endorse the Republican instead and then need formally kicked off of the committee,
yeah,
and privileges, for instance, that might exist removed.
hmm
And sometimes public statements being made about that. I'm not saying I had to do that. I'm just saying that somebody right before me did,
yeah,
and she did it because she was like, if you don't care enough to win your own primary, then we don't care enough to back you, and you certainly aren't going to get away with writing an op-ed in support of the Republican.
No.
And she like
Yeah.
fancy free footloose like kicked him the full fuck out. And that's
Yeah.
that's my mentality because that was a helpful mentor to me. Um, you got to win your primary, which means you've got to have locally, you got to be, you got to have a team of people who give a shit about you, and you've got to think about running early, and you got to plan your shit out. Don't expect the broke ass committee who has no money
Yeah.
because it's the state party that has the money right now because they're hiring the organizers and they're spending
Oh,
it.
well, now they have money.
Correct. Like God knows, like they have had to kill themselves for fundraising, and
Yeah.
obviously the it's a very serious investment, and the
Hmm.
governor's made some like very serious investments in the party, and Eugene has made a fuck ton of investments in phone, like every phone call in the world that ever happened
Yeah.
has happened um on behalf of the swingiest swing state to like flip, like the whole fucking government can flip because of us
Yeah.
if we do our job well, and he is the most effective person
Yeah.
for this job. So like let it go, like let that happen. But when that those resources dry up, like it's not like the county parties are recipients either of those specific resources. Like they are hiring staff to get people elected right now. They're not paying like rent in
County
perpetuity
parties
for
do not
later.
get money from the state party is like the big thing. And like,
Fucking
so like a couple of the misconceptions are right that, and this is a question that I bet you've had to do this one, and
paid.
I've had so many times. Do you get paid? No.
No, we pay. I
No.
pay
I pay
so
money.
money.
I
I
paid
pay
so
so much
much
money.
money to do that job.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, you will put your own, as a county chair, you will put your own money into it.
yep.
Um,
So much.
and
Like I am the
yeah.
biggest donor monthly. I'm not the biggest donor annually, but I'm the biggest donor monthly. And
Hmm.
then like two other people match or close to match me like through the course of the year, but
Yeah.
like monthly. But plus like the random expenditures, or also like if I want to test and try out a technology or something, like that's on me.
Yeah, I
Because
will like
I'm not
spend the money on that and then like do it as an in-kind donation. And then like if it works out, then yes, like we will fundraise to cover it.
also
But like
on
I'm
me.
not gonna
It's on
waste
me to
money on
cancel.
something.
Yeah, it's
And
on
also
me to
that, yeah.
cancel. And that way, like, I'm not asked because I'm always asking, like, for expenditure changes. Like, I'm always going to vote, take that shit to a vote for the people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
show up when I forum. And so, like, that's just getting voted on. But, like, am I spending my own money to test it to see if it works, to see if I can use it? Because if
Hmm.
I can't use it, why should the committee have to deal with that shit? But if it works,
Yeah.
like,
Now I will
so we use
say
that much
like
money.
the other thing is like every we have 67 counties. And
Mhm,
when I was part of a C3 voter protection coalition, we referred to Pennsylvania as 67 buckets of crazy.
mhm,
It applies here too.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
67 counties and like the rules, the actual hard and fast rules are pretty minimal. And so like who you are as chair and what you do as chair is like a lot up to you. Like we're Lindsay and I are both very extra. Like I would never expect anybody to do all the shit that I shouldn't even do all the shit that I do. But
Yeah.
like but I
It's
wouldn't
the
expect them to do
personal
it.
balance myself.
It's a personal preference. And like what and I had this conversation with my new chair, McKaylee, the other day, because she was uh you know she was not feeling great about how she's doing. And I was like, babe, you're doing great. Like, number one, you've been chair for like a month.
Right.
So it's
You can't,
fine.
you're
And
gonna,
number
you're gonna frankly ignore some things.
you have to pick and
You have
choose
to.
and you have to get into it and build, figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, because like you don't need to live up to me. You need to live up to yourself. Like, you figure out how you're going to do things. You're going to do things, some things differently than I did. We don't necessarily share the exact same skill sets. And also, like, you're not coming into it from in the same way that I came into it. Like, I I came into my county, like, when I first started volunteering with my county, we like barely had social media. Um, and like, so
Now
I
it's a science.
built all that.
Now it's a science.
Yeah, now it's a
And
science. So like it
people
is
think that
like
everyone's
it's
as
much
good
more.
at it as we are,
No.
and that we're paid for it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Like
I don't even want to think about the number of free hours that I have put into this, but I do it because I'm passionate about it. I care about it.
hundreds
And
and hundreds each year.
the same goes for everybody else. And everybody else that's doing this is doing the absolute, for the most part. There are outliers. We'll not talk
I,
about that. But for the most part, people are really putting in everything they've got and everything they can.
can I outlier a situation though? Just because,
Yes.
just for the content, just because I'm the
Mm,
evil bitch that exists.
yes.
Okay, we are also allowed to play favorites,
This is also true.
and the thing is that when something is maybe just not gettable or is extremely gettable. And we know this because even though no one at upper levels might listen to what we say is gettable, right? That's fine. But my personal resources, my own money, and my own time is not actually pre-designated to all candidates equally. No, it's not. Um,
No.
does the party have to really kind of, especially during contested primaries, but especially during uncontested when there's independents and stuff, like hold their water and like then start
Yeah.
doing things all together? Yes.
Yeah.
But
I
but,
I took a
but we
while
can.
to figure that out, but like I definitely got to the point where I will say to candidates straight up, I will take your campaign as seriously as you do.
Yep. I
Those are the
tell
rules.
everybody the same shit when they walk in the door, and I tell them how to do their job.
Hmm.
And I'm like as much as you can put into it and have the support to do so, and as much as your seat is actually winnable.
Hmm.
Because sometimes there are great candidates who run for crazy positions that we can't win, and like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like honestly but when when you're having a congressional campaign, I might have a grudge match, and I also like the team, but like the Justin Wagner stuff. So
Hmm.
like, is it a grudge to me? Just Mike Kelly in the whole instance, yes. But also that Crawford has the least number of Democrats in the entire district. And so I feel like my mandate to perform better and be more helpful
Hmm.
is a point of probably personal pride. But
Oh,
also,
absolutely.
Justin is my age and we went to the same war. And
Mm,
so I
yeah.
can argue his point and perspective, and I also enjoy his team.
Yeah.
Because who you hire is a reflection upon who you are, and they are fighters. And that is the people. It's not. It's like, yes, do I work with Justin, and do I have a good relationship with Justin and now his wife? Like, I love her. I've met her now twice, but like I've gotten to be with her like a little bit last week, because she was taking care of her dad on the West Coast, and they've got four daughters, so like that's a thing. Like that's a whole bunch of,
Yeah.
we're girls, we know. So but am I playing favorites? Absolutely.
I like to call it being strategic. Um,
I mean, everybody, we can call it both and then be true.
and they're both true. Um,
The personal grudge
yeah.
match.
No, so I mean, listen, I think it's
What do I do with it?
I tell people about chair the same thing that I tell people about being a county committee member, which is it is as much as you want to put into it. Like it is what you make it.
Uh-huh.
There are some parameters, but beyond that, like it is what you make it. Um, and and you should never compare yourself to anybody but yourself. Um, and as long as you're trying your best, that's really all we can ask for. But uh, yeah, but it is incredibly important because at the end of the day, the closer to the ground you are, the more that you're building relationships builds upwards for the bigger races. And so like that is key. And so in fact, the
Thanks.
county party's unsung heroes, I feel, uh, of the party at large.
Yeah, and like I would never be able to be the rancid bitch that I was at 11 p.m. at night on Saturday to people's text messages that I shouldn't have been. But I had a fair coming up and I didn't have lit, and then I had cell phone numbers of people who in which to complain to, but it's only because I'd overperformed for those candidates and helped them out, and they are part of the infrastructure that
Communicative,
now,
helpful.
yes.
Boom.
And I'm
We get you
like,
every
hey,
time.
the biggest agricultural fair. You have 7 days to get me lit, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna have none. And like
That'll be on you.
that, yes. And so like and I had to verify also the next day in the responses because I was in poor Dan had to walk his happy ass over there and double check to make sure that we didn't have any, but um because it was like one of those things where I was like, oh, like I knew Friday we didn't have any, but did I know that it did not appear yesterday? Before
Yeah.
somebody's paid job is called into question because I'm a cunt. Like he did me the
We do
solid
try
and
to do
ran.
our due diligence. you
Yes,
know.
like I don't like just because we didn't have it on Friday doesn't mean that we didn't have it on Saturday, but
Yeah.
because I'm not there every day because we ain't
Yeah.
paid, so we're not there. And it's called the weekend.
Yeah.
It's like the kid and stuff. So whatever. But he checked and he's like, still don't have it for sure. And I'm like, thank God. And like be my whole
No, I mean,
bitchness.
listen, the stories that we could tell.
Like the
Uh
bitchness. But I did
bitchness.
have to hold my water though.
Yeah.
That was messy.
It's and that's the job too, is like, and I will say this is like we will wrap up this is the wrap up, right? But like what I tell people all the time is um when I was the chair, like and as the chair for the caucuses that I'm currently the chair of, if you're the chair, the buck stops right here. Right here. And so like if there is blame to be taken, I take it
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna cry about it.
No.
I'm the person in charge. I am
Yep.
responsible.
And nobody else is carrying
Um,
the water for any of us.
Nobody else, and that's fine. That's fine. Like I had my beautiful, sweet, adorable, coordinated campaign people. I don't remember what they did, but I was like, oh, I was like, try not to like call people too often because then like they'll get mad and then they're gonna call me. And they're like, oh, well, you can just tell them it's our fault. And I was like, no, oh, no,
Oh
no,
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 that's not.
we don't do that here.
So
Like,
I did get an email like the day after an
yeah.
email went out, and it was this vetted by you? And I was like, no, like the wording was not. But
Yeah.
and then I explained like these are members of the coordinated campaign,
Yeah.
and we have not had enough hiring necessarily in this area because
Yeah.
three giant rural counties, one person that is FO cannot not get to, nor know who they're emailing or calling.
No.
And I was like, no,
Yeah.
but
Which is why I say that the other job as chair is to be a sin eater.
yes,
I'm either taking responsibility
right.
or I'm gonna make sure that people are not mad at you for something that, like, in essence is not really your
It's a gray.
fault.
We punch up though.
We do
Like
punch
when
up
we don't have lit,
the whole
it's
fucking
not
way.
right. Like we go to the person who we are connected to because again, we're not paid. So our time is our time, and how we spend it is like the highest ranking person that we can bitch the fuck out because we're having a county fair, one of the largest,
Yeah,
we're like lit. But luckily, I'm not waiting till the day before either to bitch about my lack of lit.
that's right. That's important.
You can't fucking make something exist that doesn't, babes.
You can't, these things need to have time to be printed and stuff.
Right. And then, like,
So,
us being rural leadership, like, we know we're going to take, like, some of the questions and some of the complaints of the new chairs of other rural committees, and we're going to be like, hey, and then on their behalf, we are actually bitching for them too.
yeah,
We aren't like forgetting that they exist. Like
no,
that is also the reason why the rural caucus exists, is because 67 counties that have their own version of crazy.
yeah,
So only yes, it takes a long time to build the relationships to punch up, and the reason we got elected is because we have we do have an experience in punching very drastically up,
yes,
and hopefully getting, because they elected us, getting the support of the people who frankly knew that we came through for them if they gave us enough time, like
yeah.
more than 4 days or one day. Like,
Yes.
I don't have your lit. Like, what? I have
Ah!
nothing to give people or show them. What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's
Coffee.
the basics. And we'll certainly get into more other days. But now I have to eat dinner at almost 9:30 at night. So,
You bought it and you didn't eat it.
I did because I did because I was like, I don't have time to eat it. I wanted to be able to like relax with it. So I was like,
What
I'm gonna
is
do
it?
this real quick.
Now
It's a
you have to say.
stromboli. It's a stromboli.
All right,
I
solid.
needed
Yeah.
time to enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes, and also you'd be really lethargic afterward.
That's correct. That's correct. So with that, thank you so much for listening. I've been Jillian,
I'm still Lindsay.
and we'll see you not in 2 weeks, but just
We'll
next
see you
week.
soon.
If you're
We'll
watching
see you.
live, we'll see you this weekend. And then if not, next week. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Blue Sky, Battlefield Appalachia. You can follow the caucus at PA Dems Rural Caucus. We only need 20 more
24.
subscribers on YouTube. So that's the PA Dems Rural Caucus YouTube. Go for that.
We got
And
one new one today.
what?
We got a new one today. Somebody randomly
Oh,
messaged me.
nice.
They're like,
Excellent.
"You
I
guys
love
have
that.
natural therapies?" And I was like,
Oh, oh. So keep it coming. And listen to us on Spotify or YouTube or wherever, and check out our website, padamsruralcaucus.com. And in the meantime, keep it rural.